Let's get the latest now on the escalating protests in Iran. Today, you had the leading opposition figure calling for another mass demonstration to mourn those killed in protests since last Friday's disputed presidential election. At least 15 people have been killed so far. Bloomberg's Ladan Asari is in Tehran, and she joins us by phone. Ladan, give us a sense of the protests that are taking place. Are they getting bigger?
It's very difficult to say, to give numbers or say, as a matter of fact, if they are getting bigger or not. But one thing is sure is that the momentum is continuing. The movement has succeeded in maintaining this momentum, and this is quite surprising given the fact that in recent days, dozens of journalists, supporters, and key reformist figures who had been involved in the campaign of former Prime Minister Mousavi have been arrested.
Now, one interesting angle here is the role of social networking sites like Twitter and Facebook in setting up these rallies. Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
Well, Twitter and Facebook are both filtered from Iran, but what's interesting is that the supporters have managed ways to use anti-filter softwares to get around the restrictions. And these two sites, and in general, email and internet, have been playing parts to announce rallies taking part and give the timing and the locations. And these are all serving as notice boards on the internet for events that are to take place during the day.
And so far, that does not appear to have been shut down by the government. However, a lot of foreign journalists are facing obstacles. What restrictions are you facing right now as a foreign journalist?
Well, what we have been told specifically is not to report from the locations where the protests are taking place. So we have been basically asked to stay in the offices and report over the phone and not take part in any of the unrest that are happening in the streets. So it's difficult to get a complete picture.
What would happen to you if you were seen perhaps interviewing someone on the street?
Well, there's a risk of being arrested, and if so happens, then the authorities will not be able to help much because we have been warned not to go out.
Okay, very quickly, what is the next step here from the perspective of the authorities?
Tomorrow there will be a Friday prayer held in Tehran, and the person who's leading that is the highest authority in the Islamic Republic. It's going to be Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, the supreme leader, and that will be the time to see whether he will decide to further his support of Ahmadinejad like he has been in the past time, or whether there will be indications of change.
Thank you. Ladan Asari, thanks so much from Tehran.